fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and then they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
All right, I'm not going to make you suffer through that whole thing, but let's fucking go. Let's bring the energy. I got an amazing stream for you guys here today. You guys don't even know. You don't even know. All right, here we go. What order shall I bring them up in today? All right, you ready? The OG of all OGs, Mr. Johnny Papa Vegas. Hey, buddy.
What up, though?
How's it going?
Oh, we in here, dude. We out here, dude.
Let's fucking go. All right, hang on. Got to bring our partner in crime up. But I need some high notes from our lead singer. Taking this shit off now. Let's fucking go.
You should hear my Geddy Lee.
Go. Say that again.
You should hear my Geddy Lee. You know,
nice.
I should do that when he dies. I should audition to be the lead singer of Rush in 2050.
I mean, we have material. We can help you get that. I'm pretty sure. I mean, as long as they're okay with dragons farting. Next up, Sheriff Ted.
Oh,
Evening, gentlemen.
Flamingo.
What is that shirt? Hold
Dude,
up.
you're in the future right now. What are you doing in the background?
I got the finger.
Oh,
Gentlemen,
marvelous.
it's always a pleasure. Yes, I have planets in my home. It's one of my beautiful ordinals.
I'm still not
Ted,
sure about
Ted's
that.
that guy that's going to show up with like a pack of smokes, like rolled up in his shirt sleeve. You know what I mean?
Oh, that'd be epic.
Well, right now, Sheriff Ted's the guy who's going to have PR calling him, asking him about that shirt while he's on stream. Next up.
We got so many people to bring up. You're not going to be able to see anybody.
There's so many people. You guys don't even know. All right. Not Jesus Escobar.
It's him.
Does this mean this is the OG web chef himself, or is it a clone of him?
I'm not none of that, bro. That's why I put this damn PFP on. And I'm not Jesus Escobar. The first time somebody said it, I was like, yo, that's a joke. They was like, nah, bro, there's a group. That's what they saying. Then when I went in the group and I seen it for myself, I was like, oh, hell no, bro. We got to address this.
Bottom signal.
What, man? You're the OG web chef.
That's an exotic bottom signal.
I totally heard that. All right, let's go. Let's fucking go. All right, you guys have no idea. I told you had no idea what's coming on. Tim!
Yo!
What up? Mr. TFC himself.
Mr. TFC.
It's all good. Had a great interview with Blockhead earlier. Did some chores. I'm pumped. Glad to be here.
Timothy Leary.
Perfect segue. That was a great interview, by the way. We should definitely talk about that. And the segue. Blockhead, what's up, brother?
What it do? What's
You're
up?
killing it, man.
What up,
You're
guys?
killing
How
it.
you guys doing tonight on this beautiful Thursday evening?
You got the hair pulled back tonight.
He's prepping to shave it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I'd advise against that, man. Just keep what you got.
All right. Are you ready?
Who's next?
I got a surprise for you guys. We're going to have a segment. If you read my post, we're going to have a segment, a little bit, a spotlight on Pulse Chain using the best Pulse Chain newsletter there is and the one to represent it, MVS Crypto. What's up, man?
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. I've been watching the last few episodes. I joined your group not too long ago, but it's pretty interesting what you guys have here. And so yeah, let's do it.
Welcome, brother.
Let's go.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hang on. Let me how do I make sure that I pull him up center stage here. Well, I'll just.
How you gonna?
Well, you know who's coming. You know
Drum
who's
roll.
coming. He's sitting here backstage, just like slapping his fucking.
Oh
chest.
yeah,
So
He's
Mitch, we got you.
He's
Jake
like,
Sharp.
He's just drinking Tiger Blood. Jake Sharp.
You said Jake Sharp.
Son of a bitch. No, not Jake Sharp. Tiger Blood himself. Alpha King motherfucker. Chaos Chris. Hang on.
Yes, sir. Let's fucking go. I just want to say one thing and one thing only. Shout out to the Yee Army. I will make this clear so there's no contradiction. Fuck every other meme coin in the market. We're going to 10 billy. You know what? Fuck it. We're going to 100 billy. We're flipping Pepe. Fuck all you losers. It's fucking go time. Let's fucking go. That was it. I want to say.
Oh,
Very nice.
my God. That was
That's it.
intro
That's
ever.
it. I'm gonna make some pancakes now, dude. Like I'm ready to go.
Wait till he really gets something off his chest.
Making pancakes. making
Just
pancakes.
one clear thing. I just want to say, NBS Crypto, awesome to have you on. Nathan,
Yeah.
the beard's growing out. You're still ugly as fuck, so it is what it is. And shout out to Not Goo God, who is not a clone of OG Web Chef, apparently, and not straight from the government. That's all I wanted to say before I get in trouble. And Tim, love you guys. Blockhead, good to see you. Sheriff TEDx, always good. And then Johnny, shout out to you, homie. And the legendary Mo, thank you for keeping the crew together.
Hey, that's what I do. I get people to get together and to talk and to have a good time. That's all we're here for. Have a good fucking time. But let's face it. We're not here just for a good time. We're here to make some fucking money in the fucking bull run. Let's fucking go. How are you guys doing today? How's the week treated you? What are we doing? What are we talking about? What
Moneymaker
has
Mitch
your
says
eye?
in the comments that we look like the Brady Bunch now that we got 9 squares here. Mo, that would
There we
make you
go.
Marsha.
That's right.
This is quite an occasion.
Yeah, it occurred to me that it's definitely Brady Bunch or Hollywood Squares going on.
Yeah,
Either way, I want to get paid more.
nice.
Nathan, how you doing? How's Loop Burn? You want to get
Oh
a
man,
update
Loop Burn.
on
Loop Burn is going amazingly. I just can't believe how simple the mechanics are and how effective they are. And I'm gonna keep Chris continually updated because I have a feeling we might just hit 28% burned on June 28th. It might happen. I thought it was going to be the 24th with the way the rate it was going, but we're at 21% on the 19th. Man, it could happen. It could freaking happen. That's going to be good. But yeah, man, it's I I pay a lot of attention to it, so there'll be more to come on it. But it's going well. We spent the whole day breaking through a big thick liquidity wall. We're almost there. We're 0.05% away from breaking through, and things are going to start looking really, really good again. Not that they already aren't. I don't think you can find a chart out there like that amidst everything that's going on right now in crypto. So get over to Sonic, get a little bit of ETH over to S, and try it out. Try it out. You won't regret it.
Well, I tell you what, in the comments from the last video, you and I were talking earlier, but someone asked for you to do a maybe like a live run through.
Oh yes, yeah. There's a lot of strategy. So I just need the time to make that video. If anything, I'll make some. I'm really good with doing images and circles and showing what to do there. But yeah, look at that. It's going really well. You know what I like is there's so many people playing the LP game. As it goes down, you have the opportunity to continually compound into your bag in total. And as long as you don't get caught on one of those gigantic candles and your range isn't too tight, you can do the same thing on the way up. And when people start, when their LPs start converting to all S on the way up, that causes people to buy back in. So if they want to continue playing the game, right? So I think that's what is happening. You're seeing a lot of compounding on the way down, some whales buying in there on that huge candle, but then people taking their LPs and laddering back up as it moves back up, which is a really, really cool. When this thing it's at 125K market cap. Imagine this thing at $1 million, $2 million and beyond. The amount of volume it's going to be coming through, the amount of volume that the protocol is going to be able to handle on the volume it's generating. I mean, this thing has done 1 million in volume in about 2 weeks. And that's pretty darn cool. So
just getting started.
Can I plug one other thing real quick?
Do it.
Get that out of the way. So just so everybody knows, we we kind of have a little bit, the Council of LP has a little kind of ecosystem forming. We've got Dragon Fart Dust, we've got BP Dye, and to add to the repertoire, we now have decided that, well, I guess I decided that JP Morgan on base was not based enough. So we made the based version of base JP Morgan, JP Morgan dollar on base. So guys, Dex is not paid yet. All right. Don't worry. Things take time sometimes. I know that people are freaking out about the Dex not being paid. I'll get it done. But this is your chance. It's at 12K market cap. Not many people know how many holders are there. There's 75 holders. Ted's one of them.
God damn, you already got 75 holders?
How about that? And it's not even so. Just so everybody knows, I mean, this is on Zora. So Zora has its own way of measuring and displaying new projects, top projects, trending projects. So we got our little own kind of like Dex kind of thing going on there. But yeah, we've got an ETH pair, we've got a Zora pair, and it looks nice. And to know that some of those green candles were produced by people close to us, people that know how to hold bags, Johnny Papa Vegas, TEDx.
I got 10%. So
come on over. Don't be fooled. There's already an imposter called BJPMD, so don't buy that one. Buy ours. Ours has the cash tag in the name, just so you know. That's how you differentiate it. And if you have a question, just come and ask. You know where to find me. I'm in multiple chats. Come over to Loopburn. That's where I live. That's the chat I live in. Laying down the law there. So anyway,
okay.
That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yes, absolutely. Mr. Chaos Chris, what do you think about Loopburn and Sonic in general?
I'm not going to lie. I wasn't a big fan of Sonic in the beginning, but for some reason, I keep ending up on that fucking chain. Loopburn, fantastical. I like Infinity. I think that's a great protocol. And there's actually one Dex that I really like, but I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let you guys guess, because when I get an entry on that and I announce on this live stream, we're going to buy the bottom of it, and that thing's going to absolutely explode. So overall, Loopburn, absolute gem, 28%. Well, 20% of the supply is being burnt. I think that is going to be the dark horse on top of Sonic. And also keep in mind, we're going through Sonic Season 2. It's like Sunik. I don't know how to pronounce it. I can barely speak American. But long story short, they're doing a massive airdrop to the top dApps on Sonic. One of the top dApps is Infinity, which means Infinity's going to get a lot of Sonic tokens, which means Infinity's going to start doing what to their supply? Johnny, answer the question.
Which means what Infinity's going to do to their supply if they get a bunch of tokens?
Yeah, what are they going to do? There you go. Burn it. Boom. They're going to burn a bunch of the supply. That's what a lot of these protocols are going. That is what a lot of these protocols are going to be doing. So that's why I like Sonic, and I honestly think it's going to have a crazy run this bull market. So if you guys haven't been on Sonic, check it out.
Yeah.
We there. We out here, dude.
I'm having that old man moment where my alarm went off going, take your medicine. Shut up. I'm having a stream. Medicine's not for the bull run.
Dude, I've been off my medicine for almost like 10 years, dude. So like, it is what it is.
And that's why you're winning.
Huh?
And that's why you're winning.
That was a joke. I'm not on any medicine.
Tiger blood.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm
on that Charlie Sheen stuff. Shout out to Charlie Sheen, that Tiger blood.
I haven't been to a doctor since 1998.
Oh, so that's
Whoa. That's very
Man,
specific.
that's crazy.
a lot of sunlight and broccoli.
Hey, I knew a lot of motherfuckers that are like that. Like, hey, you don't tell me, I don't know, I'm gonna be fine. Let's fucking go. Look, tell you're not.
Yeah, but overall, guys, I just want to say, loop burn is a great protocol. Nathan has been doing a great job shilling that project. When you see loop burn start to have a massive come up, I suspect Nathan over here, fuck, how did you do this? Right over here, his account's going to grow really, really fast. So, hey, man, I'm excited to see it happen, guys. So definitely, please follow my boy Nathan and follow loop burn.
100%. Should we shift to pulse chain?
Yeah, let's run it.
All right. What are your favorite plays on pulse chain, Chris?
Favorite plays?
They're all in
PTGC,
here.
TFC. I like King. I think King's the most slept on coin on top of Pulse Chain. I think a lot of people have not really figured out what's being built with the King ecosystem. It's slowly starting to build up really, really fast. Another one I like is the House of WarlordZ coin. It's up 100. It's up at 2x today. It's looking really good.
Yo,
what?
The Jeets are seething right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, the Jeets are coping really, really hard. So, the HOW coin starting to come back. Another great one is Adamantium. Adamantium is having a huge come up. Communities being built around that. Absolutely love it. So those are my top picks. And I'm not saying get into every single one, but these are the protocols that the maxis and the guys who've been on the chain ain't talking about. When they start talking about all the same coin, I don't want to be in it. Like, I don't like to be with the crowd. I don't like to be with all the cool kids. I was that little punk kid that said, fuck you in high school. So the main point is I like to be on the outside. I'm like that black sheep that tries to make the plays that the cool kids don't like. And then once they start liking it, I'll start hating on it. That was a joke. But long story short, one of the big plays I really like right now, it's King. The chart looks beautiful. There's a benevolent whale behind it. And I really do think not only will this thing hit a $10 million market cap, I think it hit a $100 million market cap, and all you haters can fucking cope.
Let's go.
Somebody clip that shit. Clip that shit. That is clippable. Man, dude, I need to hire an intern.
Man.
I need to hire an intern that's like not as retarded as I am. That's really smart. Then we can get this shit rolling. You know what I'm saying? It is.
You need to hire not Escobar.
Oh no! No, you can hire me to hire somebody for you. Matter of fact, yo, interns, reach out to me.
You can hire me to hire someone for you.
Yeah, but Mo, going over to TFC. So here's the thing about TFC. Chart fundamentals look really great. I've been talking to a lot of people and that are like really big names in the ecosystem that don't want to put their names on altcoins. And I'm actually really good friends with them. I'm not really friends with many people on Pulse Chain except you guys. And they're saying that they really like what's being built behind TFC. It reminds them of the old day Hex. And they also like that the chart looks beautiful. So right behind King, I'm thinking TFC is going to have a big narrative. And the big narrative behind this coin, and a narrative is stories. We all like stories. Will TFC hit 50 cents? Tim, what do you think? Actually, no, you're a founder. You can't answer that. Who should I pick on? TEDx, is TFC going to 50 cents?
I can see it getting there. I mean, it's being managed well. I mean, Tim's doing
Holy
a good
shit,
job.
kick him out of the stream. It's a yes. I'm joking. I love Ted. I love Ted. Ted's awesome. So,
hey, he can go to 39 cents, 40 cents.
Stop.
Dude, if it goes to $1, I'm telling you right now, I might get arrested. I just want to tell you that. I might do something stupid. So I don't want to go to $1. I might do
Don't be surprised.
Shit.
Don't be surprised, bro, because these guys are not going to be satisfied with the 10,000x. I could already foresee it, and I'm manifesting it now. That's why I'm talking about it. When it gets to the 42 cents and it's the 10,000x, you know what they're going to say? All right, let's do 20,000x now. 84 cents incoming. So then when they get to 84 cents, they're going to say, you know what? Why not just go for $1, bros? And then they're all going to say, yeah, let's do it. And they're all on the same page because they're not degenerate crypto, bro. These are real IRL chads. So, yeah, I love this token, bro. I love Tim. I love what he's doing. This is the only coin probably in months that I'm DCAing up. I'm only buying this thing. I bought when I bought. I bought more at 8 mil. I bought more today at 7 mil, and all I'm doing is throwing it in the LP with King. That's all I'm doing, bro. So don't be surprised to see this become the biggest LP with King. And yeah, a lot of my energy is gonna be going towards this project, bro.
I appreciate everybody's support.
Yes, sir, Tim. Keep it going, bro. This is where we do the marketing. Fuck those influencers. We'll get this shit going right here. This is where the grassroots starts, is on this live stream with every single person.
Well, yo, look, I'm the perfect example, right? What did Richard Hart say? Oh, I don't care, buy the top, fuckers, right? That I had to do that. I like the coin, I like the people, I like the video that I saw, so I had to buy the top, fucker, right? And then I showed it to everybody else. So let's go. Like that's what we gotta do, bro.
Hey, I'm just like you, bro. I bought on top of you. I bought again at 5, 6, 7, 8, and I bought again today. Yeah, we live, man.
I caught FOMO today because I remember when Chris said, he said, we'll be lucky if you get 6.5 mil. And I saw 7 mil. I said, no, I'm buying the dip, bro. So it makes sense.
Oh, that's true.
Look, it's only top blasting until it's not.
Yeah. So I think across that, those are some of my favorite protocols. Should I give something new, or should I keep that for later? I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Let's work around the.
How about we kick it to MBS Crypto and do a segment on the Pulse Chain newsletter, which is a solid piece of alpha and resource information for everybody.
Hey, if you want the plays, ask MVS, bro. He has all the plays.
That's true.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Let me pull up your newsletter. Yep.
This is a banger, by the way, guys. I don't know if everyone has seen this, but there's a lot of time and effort that go into it.
It's like the Philadelphia Inquirer, man.
Yeah, bro. Those things are not easy to make, neither. I tried to play around. I tried to play around myself doing something like that. There's a lot of work that goes into it. So I definitely tip my hat to MVS for doing this every week, bro.
And it's not just like 3 bullet points. It's like, here's every minute of every hour of the whole day of Monday. Here's Tuesday. Here's Wednesday. I mean, dude, yeah, there's a lot of information in here, man. It's good stuff.
And then you go to the comments and it's all the projects.
Yep.
I'm going to show you real fast. I'm going to scroll down real fast and scroll to the top. You ready? Wham! Like, it can't even keep up. Bro.
Oh, yeah. When I do it on my phone, it like glitches out with all the responses. Yeah.
Epic thread.
Yeah, dude. Doing big things.
Please. MVS, first off, maybe how did you start with this? Because this is literally one of the most in-depth newsletters, threads, recurring pieces of info that I've seen ever.
Well, first off, thank you for all the kind words, everybody, and your input. So I started with the whole Pulse Chain and hacks ecosystem pretty much after leverage trading for a couple of years. I'm around 17, 18. And I started, or was it around 19, 20? Long story short, I found Richard. I put my last couple $100 into the hex, quote unquote, sacrifice. And then I came back 2 years later and I had like 50 grand, right? So then that was kind of my second chance in crypto. So then from then, I just had this appreciation for Richard that, you can't find it very often these days. But for me, it's what got me here. You know what I mean? So then I started, I took some of that money, I sacrificed for Pulse Chain, and I just been part of the community since then. I just this year, I decided to maybe create some content, and I started looking for people to work together. And I started working with the Crypto Night Show. You guys might know he does the daily live streams. So then we just decided, oh, why don't we amplify each other's reach and audiences by maybe doing some publications together and doing videos about post-chain, just keep it in a positive note and just try to find a gap, right? And what we found was that there was a gap in the information field on post-chain. So we just decided to try out this monster thread, and so far it's been a blast. We're getting many partners every week, and the support's been overwhelming. So that's pretty much the gist of it. And yeah, so if you guys want to look down a little bit, so it's basically a selection of because of what X stipulates as rules, I can only tag a certain number of people. That's a limit of 50. And so I have to make less headlines to be able to fit as many people as I can in a proper way. And that makes some people unhappy because I might not be able to mention them, or maybe they think I forgot them, or maybe I didn't mention them enough. But that's just comes with the work, right? But all right, let's scroll down a little bit to the highlights, which is where we a little bit more down to the end. More after the thread, actually. Yeah, sorry. So you see, in there is where we put the alpha, quote unquote, right? Which is the people that hit us up and decide to put their projects in there. So we make a personalized post for them. We have Onizuka, you guys might know, the artist, and he makes us the videos for the clients as well. So it's pretty cool if you want to have a comprehensive reading of all these new projects coming up. PLS Start by Frank White, you guys might know. It's a map of everything on Postchain. You just go in that website and you can see all bridges, all DEXs, all wallets, all communities, maybe council of LPs already there.
Yeah, shout out to Frank, man. That website's always handy.
Mm-hmm. So we always trying to put projects like that in the thread because it's a project for everybody. It's not necessarily a token. So that brings the value of the publication even higher. So, and the other ones, there's also a couple highlights down there I think you guys talked about before, which is the Nuke the Supply, and also this Raid and Greed, very interesting concept as well. I saw Mo talking about Nuke the Supply yesterday. So
yeah, that's his baby right there.
So that's pretty much it. Every week I do one of those, and I just look around for the best headlines I can find, and see if I can pull in some people from the outside. For example, this week there was a couple people from the Bitcoin realm that talked about Richard, right? So I used that as a way to make a hook and try to bring readers from other blockchains to see what this guy talked about Richard, right? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? So, Richard tends to bring reactions out of people.
And you got Good God in there a couple times in the past couple weeks, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Good God is. I have to give him an extra shout out because this guy has been putting so much work behind the scenes, and he's just everywhere. The guy is a machine. So I appreciate everything.
I'm an illegitimate partner of the Kryptonite show, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You're the third arm.
Love it.
Or the third leg.
Yep.
So since we have you on, and I don't want to necessarily put you too hard on the spotlight, are you? Well, let me ask you this: are you? Do you stay in your cores? Do you have kind of a mix between cores and plays? Do you want to even divulge any of that? I mean, how do you How are you doing it now? Because you did say that you sacrificed early into Hex, and that got you, sort of a second life into crypto. How are you viewing this round now? How do you approach it? I guess without giving out any details.
So for me, I staked Hex for a couple of years, but I never necessarily consider myself a full-blooded Hexican. I was just this guy on the internet trying to make a buck, right? So it never really mattered to me which chain, but once that happened, I just felt compelled to stay around, right? So then I just made it. So I made a couple attempts in the past of making content, like video content and other things for post chain, trying to try to find my niche. But this was what propelled my following a little bit. So I'm just sticking to it and see where it goes, right?
Legit.
Yeah, man, keep going.
Yeah, man, you're killing it.
I appreciate it.
Is there any other pulse chain protocols you want to give a shout out to besides that's in this thread, or maybe some up and comers that you're looking at, or just stay tuned to the newsletter?
Yeah, maybe just stay tuned for the newsletter. Check out King, check out FTC. What else did you guys talk about earlier? All the other ones, it's all good alpha.
Legit. All right. Well, Amen. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you highlighting this, because this is actually one of the most valuable tools that there is in Pulse Chain, and a lot of people don't even know it's there. Everything's kind of an echo chamber sometimes. So to everyone that does not know this is out there, do me a favor and share this out there every now and then so people can know. Because like we went through there's a lot of resources for even just the absolute beginner in Pulse Chain. So shout out to you for coming on and doing that.
Put his Twitter handle in the comments. What is it, MVS Crypto?
It's just it's a little switcheroo there.
Nice.
Legit. You are more than welcome to come on whenever we're doing these to give us a little update. Whenever you got a new episode, a new batch of your newsletter, whenever you want to come on and talk about it, please do.
Yeah. Of course, you guys too. Feel free to send me any potential headlines you guys have, and I'll consider it for upcoming editions. The more people send me those kinds of news, the more I will be able to maximize the potential of that thing.
Legit. All right, we got one more guest coming on. We're gonna pull out of a little Brady Bunch mode, and okay, can you see who's new?
Squad. Squad.
Hey, buddy.
Squad.
Hey, buddy.
What up?
Hey,
what's going on, bud?
Chilling,
Vibra.
The legend.
We're hanging, man. We're hanging out.
This man, that's the first time I pointed in the right direction. This man is an absolute legend in Alpha.
You still pointed the wrong way.
You still pointed the wrong way.
No, I didn't. I'm pointing at Vibra.
You're pointing at Tim.
You're pointing at nothing.
You're not pointing at anybody.
I'm pointing in the corner. Damn it!
You got to point to the other corner, man.
Point the other corner.
You're pointing at Tim's knee.
You're pointing
All
at
right,
Tim's.
from where I see on my screen, he's right there. He's right at my fingertip.
He's right there.
Vibra at your fingertips.
There's Mo right there.
He's right there.
Look, Mo, you just got to flip it.
There's no one over here. No one on my screen over here.
Well,
that's Nathan on mine.
Hi.
Hey, anyway, this is a dumb game we're playing. All right, Vibra, thanks for coming on. You're a fucking killer and alpha, man. You got all kinds of fucking plays. Do you want to drop some of them right now? You want to hold them to your chest for later? Which one do?
No, whatever, bro. Whatever you want to do.
Give me some alpha. Give me some alpha, brother.
Yeah.
With your chest. With your chest.
All right. Can you share that? Yeah. So,
Dynex, you know, we've been talking. It's this D side narrative, bro. It's hot right now, and I see Binance really getting behind this coin bio protocol, and it's like a $90 million market cap. So for me right now, it's too high. It's like the number one right now, but they got a lot going on. CZ behind it. You see Vitalik really likes this narrative, and more importantly, Brian Armstrong. He has so in the it was like a week ago, there was a baby that they did this scan or whatever of the still in the womb, and it came back that it had a genetic disorder. And through this new technology and this gene altering therapy, they were able to cure the disease, and the baby came out perfectly healthy. And Brian Armstrong put up tweets about it, really talking about how this is what blockchain and technology and AI and crypto are for. And I think it's just such a big narrative moving forward. And the fact now that, I don't know if you guys realize, but 3 days ago, Base just made an announcement that if you're using the Coinbase Exchange app, you now have access to every single coin on their Base chain. They have a DEX basically built in, so any newbie that comes on and downloads Coinbase Wallet or Coinbase Exchange, they now will be able to degen into any single coin. And that is massive. So I think Base Chain is going to blow up, and a lot of these projects are on Base. A couple are on ETH. Dynex, the first one, that's quantum as a service. It's a language model that they are building that blows away ChatGPT and the other ones that we're currently using right now. So they have a way faster, better one. And they're developing a chip, and it's down at the absolute bottom right now. If you just look at the chart, I mean, luckily I found it right at the bottom. It's like people that came into Pulse Chain. If you found it like we did, we got in before the sacrifice. We've been holding, we got destroyed. Like this was us with Pulse Chain. Well, with Dynex, like we actually caught a break, because I found it on like May 8th, and it was like sub 3 cents. It was like 2.9.
No, you caught it at literally the very, very, very bottom. I took a screenshot when I got into it. It was like 0.02 something, like 0.022 or something like that. It was at the very complete bottom, and I was like, I'll throw a dart at it because I can't lose on it. There's no, you would, even if it went down 50%, like what are you gonna lose, right? And so I remember that call clearly, bro.
And that's what I like to do, bro. Like it's so anyone can come on and post a coin that just pumps, 80% or whatever. Oh, look at this. But anyone that buys that, they're gonna get wrecked. That coin's gonna come back down, and anyone that FOMO'd in is destroyed. So I like to give people coins that the downside risk is very minimal, but the upside risk is huge. And Dynex was one of those plays, and it obviously started to break out, but it couldn't hold up here, up above the 5 cent range. So now we're coming down, but obviously we're making higher lows, and I think this thing is gonna, I think it's gonna shock people. I think this is an absolute 100x plus gem. And, we've been talking about it for a while. And then the other one here, obviously Research Coin. This is Brian Armstrong's project. And he's been kind of updating the website a little bit. He's been talking about it, but obviously he's so busy with everything going on. But just the fact that this is his project, and now anyone that has Coinbase Exchange, they can get this coin easily now without having to go to a DEX or Aerodrome or doing whatever. Like, so the average user who doesn't know what they're doing, wouldn't know how to use DeFi, they don't need to learn. They're going to be able to do it so easily. So if they hear about a coin, they're going to be able to get it. And it's I think that's going to be huge. So another chart, same thing that, ran up huge and then dipped 90%. And now same thing, made the next run up, come back down. I probably touch the support line down here, and then we're going to probably take off again. So
what I like about this chart, bro, I was looking at the weekly chart earlier on this one. What I like about it, it was the same exact chart as Enki, bro. Same exact chart. But what happened with Enki is that PDI went to shit, so the whole thing broke down. But I like this chart because now it's going to show me what that type of structure is going to do or what it does. So I'm kind of excited about this, bro. You got this one at like 3.5. So I've been in since there. So far, so good, bro. So I like this one.
Yeah, bro. I mean, unfortunately, I found this one like right in here at like 30 cents, and it ran up to over 60, so it doubled up. And I didn't take profits because it was so new. I thought we might run up higher, but it gave some of it back. But that's all right. To still be up a little bit after all the stuff that's going on, like that's great. And even if you're not up, like that's what I try to tell people, that it's okay when we're in a bear market or kind of a shitty alt market. If you're just buying quality projects, don't worry about the price. Like it's the right thing to do to buy. And next week your bag is worth less dollars. And the next week you buy more, you get more coins, and it's still worth less dollars. But that's okay. That's the feeling you're supposed to have. Like the market is going to shift to where if you make that purchase in 6-8 months, you're going to be getting 10% of the tokens you just got. So these buy-ins in the future are, the ones that really, really make you the gains. And
so what's up with base? Is there going to be like a resurgence of the attention on base? Like it seems like it's all picking up.
I think base is going to be like the number one chain, bro. I think it's going to take over from the Solana nonsense. Now the pump.fun shit happened, that those guys are getting like their accounts shut down. People are going to base, bro. It's so cheap. It's so fast. And I think they're going to incentivize American everything. So it's just
Block. Were you on base last year when it had its run? When it was going just absolute retarded?
I mean, I was on a few memes, but it was just a couple. Like I wasn't there for long.
Bro, when base does its thing, they all do their thing. Like you could throw a dart on base damn near and eat very well. I know myself and Nate, that's how Council of LP got started, was we went over to base because Titan X was taking a fat shit. And then Dragon X took all of everyone's stakes. So we're like, well, this sucks. Let's go LP on base. So we did that. And bro, we were ROIing in like one day. LPing, just regular ass LPing. We were ROIing in a day. And that'd be like we'd put $5,000 in and like make damn near $5,000 in fees in like 2 days.
Jeez.
Like it's ridiculous. Yeah. So like I know Vibra doesn't have the same kind of like, he gets hyped, but I'm like way over the top. So I just want to pound a little bit on, put a little bit on, sprinkle a little salt on what he's talking about here, sugar, if you will. He's not lying. So like when base goes, and everyone that's watching this, if you've never experienced a base run, like it's out of control. And when it runs, it ran for a good 3-4 months last year. And it's like you couldn't fucking lose, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, but now legit
that's on shit. So imagine if you're in something good, you know what I mean? What something good with a good community will do, and it's like just compound everything that I just said and multiply that.
So how did you guys get base P-Dot rolling like that?
What's that?
How did you guys get base P-Dot to do what it did? Because it started off like base JP Morgan with like $100 in liquidity, and then it ran up to like 160K market cap, right?
Starts off at zero. Yeah,
it starts off at zero. Like if you build something on Zora, which is on base, it starts you off at $0 market cap. Whatever the first buy is, that's your liquidity, and then the second buy, that's your liquidity is people buying. So you don't start a coin and be like, hey, I want to add $1,500 to start this liquidity pool. You make a post, it goes out there, it's tokenized, and then if someone buys into it, that starts the liquidity pool. So that's why you see the first couple buys like $1, $3, $4, and then once there's a little bit more liquidity, you can bump up your buys so that you're not getting absolutely trashed. That was BPI. That was the same thing with JP Morgan. The JP Morgan one, same thing. We did the same thing. But like, dude, I can't emphasize this enough, guys. When base runs, we were making money on the most dog shit stuff. Like, there was one called Pepe but blue. The fuck? Like, we crushed it on that one. Like, who cares? I don't care what your name is. B Shib.
B. Yeah.
Based Shib.
B Shib.
That's some bit. Yeah. B Shib.
Oh, I hit really good on the base Fofar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fofar did well.
Yeah,
Fofar did all
I mean,
right.
if it was a cartoon and it had a first name, you made money.
Yeah.
So dumb.
But that was
this is the thing, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody here knows about base, right? Why? Because of the memes, right? But now you have legit utility projects that are building on base for the long term. So we have to pay attention to this shit. We really do.
Yeah.
Projects like Bid, projects like Mavia, projects like RSC, projects like Aeon, this is legit shit, bro. This is utility projects. And I know we love memes, and I'm a meme maxi, but I really want people to pay attention because I've been saying this since base came out, and I'm pretty sure we all have. This is Coinbase, bro. That's what base means. Coinbase is going to pump the shit out of this chain, bro. You understand? So it's super important to get positions in a lot of these projects that we talk about early, bro, because when they go, they're gonna go, bro.
It's see you later very quickly and aggressive. It's aggressive.
A big milestone, I think, was Aerodrome releasing their, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a DEX, I guess, but so many things are looped in and webbed with Aero now. And it's a great way to, I mean, if you are not sure about the LP game, that's a really, you can play it safe, or you can get degen with it too, because they started their like hyper volatile concentrated liquidity pools there as well.
Yeah,
and you can get in on I did really well with Brett on there. I did really well with just the Aero.
Opened up the V3 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
But that's why on base, like a year ago, Aerodrome was just getting started, and you had a lot of these tokens that were their OGs from the launch of base, I think the summer before that, and some of them started just doing. It was when you looked at some of the V2 pools, and they're doing like 18
million a day, 18 million a day.
1% pool, and it costs a penny to open up and initiate the V3 1% pool. It's like, why wouldn't you try and see if you can pull some of that volume over? And nobody was doing it. Nobody was doing it. Sometimes we were the only like two people. Me and Johnny were like the only two people. Started the Council of LP. You got like 5 to 10 people in on a play. You say, hey, we opened the V3 1% here. All get in, and you start like the lowest amount of liquidity you can imagine next to something that's doing 16 mil on the V2. Started pulling over 100K, 200K, 300K, and it's like there's 5 people in here. What the hell is going on? So
yeah, that's the power of base, though, man, because they love launching on V2, and very rarely do you ever see something on base launch with a V3. At least last year.
Yeah.
So
my advice: don't go into a Telegram on a coin that only has a V2 open and be like, hey guys, I opened up the V3 1% pool.
They are not fans.
Those devs are like, you don't know what you're doing to us. Stop it. And I'm gonna kick you out of this.
Nathan got us kicked out of like 6 Telegrams.
Wait, but now correct me if I'm wrong. Like am I imagining this, or do I remember him opening up a V3 and they got so mad they relaunched on a new contract to try and basically undo that, and then he still made another V3.
Which one was that? Yes,
bro. I'm positive that happened, right? I'm not making
yeah,
that
I forget which one it was, but yeah, and then
it's probably
on
Blurf.
Brett, on Brett, we opened up the V3 1%. Then too many people started joining it, so then we opened up the V3 like 0.3% and overtook the 1% pool.
Yeah,
that's on Brett, and Brett, you guys know what Brett did. You know what I mean? Like the volume it was doing. I mean, bro, it was out of control. But yeah, it's going to happen again. It'll happen again.
Hey, let me ask you a question. When we were doing all that on base, what was happening in like the rest of like ETH? What was happening like
no clue. ETH. Oh, that's back when ETH gas was like 300, dude. Yeah. So to open up an LP on ETH, it was like $150. And then if you wanted to claim your LP fees, it was like $88 just to claim your fees. So if you went out of position and you had to reposition your LP, it would cost you $88 to claim your fees, another $150 to reposition. So it would cost you damn near $225. ETH was doing a little something, but not like base, bro. Not even close.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't a giant bull run of euphoria.
No,
it was just happening on base right then at that moment. It was wild.
Yeah.
Was that when base was going? Was that when base went to like 35 or 3600?
You mean ETH?
That's what I meant.
I think so. It was back in like January, February, March of last year. Whenever. So whatever ETH was, I don't know. I just remember and we didn't look back.
Everything else was just dying out. You know, we were in Titan X and it was just on a free fall. After the previous highs.
The base run came before the Tron run, right?
I don't know.
Before Tron, yeah.
I wasn't in Tron.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
There you go. All right, let's switch gears here because we're 52 minutes into it, and we have yet.
Can I show you one more thing real quick?
Hell yeah.
I'll just pop my thing up there real quick. So with
what's the ticker of the other one you showed earlier? The wrapped Dynex.
It's the number 0xDNX.
Oh, DNX. I'll put DY. Okay.
Yeah. So creator bid that the Aeon that Gugad loves. This agent is number 3 on here right now. And Bill Nye, the one that we were talking about, that's up like 50%. He's number 9. So how this works is, so I have my bid tokens. I came in and I locked them in the vault here, and I supported and endorsed 3 of the agents on here. So right now I used all my 5,000 tokens, which was like, I don't know, what's that, $500 or $480. And I put, I think, half on Bill Nye and half on AION. So now I kind of own a little bit of these bots or something. And I think I get passive income on them. I'm not sure. I got to look into this now, but somehow I get emissions because I have my things locked up here. But it's just really cool. Like you can come down and support stuff that's like, way down on the list. Like not one that's here, but something that's brand new. And if like cannabis AI ends up becoming real popular, like you can earn a lot of money off of supporting the agent early. So it really is cool.
Okay.
What the hell does cannabis AI do? Find the cheapest weed prices?
I don't know. You're good as I was guessing that as using that as an example, but I have no idea. But it's just it's a cool platform. People can get involved, and you can earn money basically by supporting and funding newer agents that do different type of stuff. So I really like this, and it's only at a $25 million market cap, and I think this is a huge competition for virtuals. And if they can just do 15-20% of virtuals, and that's at like $1.5 billion right now. Like this thing's super undervalued potentially. So that's
All right.
Yeah.
You need to come back on and keep us updated on this because this is actually fascinating. Like I definitely want to learn more about this.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And Chris, I did ape into Yi. I waited for a nice dip and got like 60,000 coins or something once it was below. I think I got it at like in the fourth or yesterday. So, bags packed in yay. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yay.
Let's go.
Yay.
I swear it's the last meme coin I'm buying.
Chris
I'm not
went
joining into
nuts
a
on that
Telegram
one
group.
yesterday. Chris
There's
was all
always,
about, dude,
there's
that-
always meme
that-
coin
that was
mooning.
great.
If
That
you
was a
find the
great stream yesterday.
unicorns, if you find the unicorns, then those are the ones that are going to pay off. I think majority of them are going to die, but there's going to be some crazy ones that will pop off now from now until I'll probably say September.
Hey, let me interrupt you real quick. I'm going to pull myself off because we have another guest on, and we can only have 10 on with the limit here.
You know what,
So-
Mo? I'm
go.
gonna hop out because I hit a bit of a wall here with my time.
All right, buddy. Well, then in that case,
Who is it?
do you want to give your last words?
Yeah, my brethren in crypto, Jesus, OG, web chef clone.
I'm
Goo
not fucking OG web chef, bro.
Hey, bro, look, man.
thought
Just
he was
turn
gonna
on
start
remember. Turn remember
I
back
thought he
on,
was gonna
please.
start Frank.
Listen. He's a clone from the government.
That shit is turned off again. Oh my goodness.
From the Cuban government?
Yeah, I'm hearing there's some connections between Goo God and Web Chef too.
Oh,
This might make it worse.
Unbelievable.
Everybody, just remember, ape in hard and keep those LPs tight. No matter what it is, we've got the alpha for you. I love you all.
Base JP Morgan dollar. Let's go.
Yo, get some base JP Morgan dollar. We are destabilizing that stable coin. So come on in, degen with us. And while you're at it, grab some base P. If you didn't know PDI was on base, well, now you do. And we own it. So there you go. And then one day, from the bowels of the earth, deep within, the dragon will begin to fart again. Dragon fart does. Fart it to the moon! All right, let's go, guys. I'll see you all later. Catch you
All
next
right,
time.
kick him out, bro.
See you, Nathan.
All right, checked out, Nathan. JP Morgan just pulled him because they're like, we're not doing that. All right, I got one more addition. We got a surprise in the house. We got a dev. Maybe a well-known dev, maybe a little known dev, depending on where you are and what circle you come from.
Oh, I think I know.
All right, hang on. Let me get you nice and center here. What is up? 404.
What's going on, gentlemen? How are you guys? Pleasure to be here, man. Sorry to come a little late. I was just actually on Breeze Cigar Lounge, kind of doing my thing, you know. I completely forgot about that thing, so I had to do my responsibilities as a founder over there, and then I had to come do them over here. So I'm glad you guys are still here, and I didn't miss anything.
Wait, are you telling me you dipped out short out of a cigar lounge to do this?
You know how we do, man. I mean, I kind of stayed right up until the end. Usually after that, they like to debrief. But I just kind of backed out of it, and now I'm at work. So
No stopping you. I love it.
nah.
All right. Well, welcome on to the show, sir. We're going to talk about some good stuff. I'm going to kick you up top. I'm going to pull Chris down because Chris is going to have some stuff to talk about. But then I'm going to pull you right back up. So thank you.
No problem.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, Chris. Are you still around?
Yep.
Thanks,
Still here. All right. So we got the Yi community blowing up this live stream, which is awesome. Shout out to Yi community. I love that. I love that community, man. You know what? If this thing goes to 50 mil, I'll be your fucking Murad, dude. Actually, no, fuck Murad. I'm better than him. That's how we're gonna do this shit.
Fuck that VC plan.
All right. Let's just do some quick TA, and then we'll get the homie back on, the guest of the hour. So, all right, let's do a quick screen share. Let me know when you can see my screen.
It's probably here somewhere. Yep, there we go. Too many windows.
All right, got it.
Yep.
All right. Shit. Why am I on market cap? Okay, so what am I seeing on the chart? This is very interesting because we did get a little bit of a correction, and I want to take a look at the fibs real quick, and let's just take a quick review. I know some people like log scale. I think log scale's for boomers, so gotta be on that millennial shit. Just kidding. So what I'm seeing on the fibs, we bounced up and we did a quick double top at the 618, came back down, and now we're testing that 382. So what this is telling me is that this chart is actually following the Fibonacci levels really, really close. Now, something interesting happened. We came up, bounced up, came here, and we could be potentially finding a higher low. So based off of that, and then I want to take a look at a couple other indicators real quick. Yes, we're getting very close to a bullish cross on the MACD. We're going to see the 12 and 26 cross again. So when we start to see these lines touch, I predict we might get another bounce on YE. Now I want to follow that up and just take a quick look at the RSI. So RSI coming down, we definitely did a bounce right here. And based off the RSI, it's forming a inverse head and shoulders right here. If we break out past this neckline, I see the RSI shoot up. We're definitely going to bounce up, test that local high. And if we can flip that local high into support, then we're going to go test the all-time highs, and it's going to be YE season, baby. So overall, man, I love what I'm seeing with YE. It's looking pretty good. And because we got so many loyal YE fans here on the live stream, I'll give you guys some price predictions and price targets. I usually don't like to do that because you motherfuckers like to front run me, but because I love this community, this is your gift. So now that we've validated that the Fibonacci levels work, sometimes for some charts it works, others it doesn't. One thing I noticed with Fib levels, if the chart has a lot of artificial pumps, or it's basically controlled by a couple main wallets, it doesn't really follow the Fib levels too closely. If it follows those Fib levels, then it's a natural community run type of project. That's the things I look for, and that's a little inside scoop on how to map this thing out. So if we get a breakout from YE, what I think we're probably going to shoot for is 0.05928, which would put us at about a $60 million market cap. That will be the most violent push to the upside. We'd probably come up, wick up right there, come down, test around $50 million market cap, and we might need to do a retest of the 1618. That's what I think this thing could do on this next wave up. So based off of that, if we can confirm this bounce and we start retesting that local high and we test all-time highs, I would suspect for this first massive pump when we hit price discovery to shoot for $60 million market cap YE. And so that is my analysis. Any comments and questions from the panel?
Yeah.
Yo, that's the time to buy, bro.
Yeah.
So with the Fibonacci levels, right? I've been studying them a lot. When I see it get into these yellow or red zones and they make any kind of support, even a blink of support, I buy. And it always works out fucking well, bro. So you just have to catch it, right? So right now we caught it in the yellow, and it's kind of going sideways. It's an accumulation phase. This chart is extremely bullish. And then after looking at the MACD and looking at the inverse head and shoulders on the RSI, I actually have a little bit of FOMO right now. And I've been in this shit since the beginning, bro. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, every time you hop on stream with Chris, you're like, fuck, I'm getting more FOMO. Damn it.
Yo, there's two people that always give me FOMO when they talk, bro. TG Zen from PTGC and UFO and Chris, bro. That's why I don't even like to talk to them too much.
See, I'll say one thing. when me and Guga talk all day, dude, it goes from us like plotting strategy to us aping like 20 coins at once. So he
Bro,
ain't lying.
every time, bro. We'll have
He
a
ain't lying.
mastermind in the morning. By lunchtime, we're aping into shitters. And it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it gets so fucking bad. But yeah, man. But yeah, hey, I agree with Guga's analysis, man. And like I said, man, shout out to Yee, baby. We're flipping Pepe. Fuck all the other meme coins. This is the one. That's all I have to say. And also, shout out to 404 Moon. I love your coin. I got into it, and that's actually my pick. You know, fuck the other pick. 404 Moon, we're going to $10 million. That's what we're fucking doing. Shout out to 404 Moon.
It's 404 Mon, bro.
Dude, I don't even watch. I don't even know what Pokemon was until like 3 weeks ago. All right, so I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I know.
We don't.
It's all
we
good,
don't
brother.
read, we just degen.
You don't got time to read, you know. You miss out if you do that.
Yeah, readings for the poors.
All right, man of the hour. We had Goo bring this to our attention, and he was very, very adamant that we need to have a conversation with you as soon as possible.
Wow.
Goo, do you want to speak to that at all? Is he gone?
Yeah, so I saw this gentleman on a stream last week with a wild SJ, and just a lot of the stuff he was just talking about organically, it resonates with us, right? Like our values align, and I see like his goals, they just everything lined up with us. And I was like, yo, if this dude had a project, I would invest into this shit, right? And I even tried to look, and I didn't see nothing. And then you already know, monkey brain, right? So I forgot about the whole thing and everything. So I jumped on a Twitter space yesterday with MVS and them, and Alex is up there and he's shilling his project. And I'm like, oh shit, he does have a project. So like, I'm not the biggest NFT guy or 404 guy or anything like that. So I just wanted to support Alex because, you know, from what I seen him on the stream, I was like, yeah, he's one of us. You know, he's a good dude right here, regular guy. So yeah, I immediately aped into the project. I shared it with everybody. And yeah, so I said, let's get Alex on stream and, you know, let's talk to him and see what's up and, you know, introduce him to everybody else because, you know, a lot of us get gate kept on Pulse Chain and all of us here have a pretty good reach. So I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to let Alex come and shine a little bit and let everybody see what I saw.
Appreciate that, man. For real. That's real. And the gatekeeping is mega real, right? So I feel like what we have is truly built for the chain to spark community engagement and to show from the outside in that we have something that could build community and make this echo chamber. And the way I did that was I created these monsters that resemble Richard Hart's tokens, right? So each monster type is not water. It's not a element. It's actually a color palette of a Richard Hart token. So you have hex monsters, you have p-hex monsters, you have incentive monsters, you have PLSX monsters, right? And not only are we chain and community driven, by that I mean, right, we're built for the chain. And by community driven is we've used the community so far to build the lore and chain agnostic. So when we expand and make an expansion to the monsters, we're going to go to any chain we want. And the way we do that is not by just porting over the same art like the Gophers did. I'm going to create new monsters and they're going to represent those color palettes, right? So if we want to go to Bitcoin, it's going to be orange and white. We want to go to Base Network, blue and white. We want to go to Abstract, green and white, and so on and so forth, right? And I mean, we've had some really cool collabs already with some blue chip people, right? Like Frankie's Dinner. These guys are early on Abstract. They have a big pool over there with the whole community. And we actually got activated in one of their video games. So if you own one of our 404s, you just go into their game and now you could redeem it for a skin and for a 404 mon level. So now that Frankie's Dinner game becomes 404 mon, right? So we try to always give back to the people, and it's like the 404 contract allows that too, right? Because we provide that liquidity. We allow people to trade it back and forth like a token, and it brings volume to the chain, right? So I think it's really cool. The art speaks for itself. Every monster evolves, but if that's not enough, they evolve more than Pokemon did, right? So if you look at the main one that people know, it's like a Charizard, right? Well, the Charizard started as Charmander, he went to Charmeleon, and then he was Charizard. That's 2 evolutions. That's pretty cheap, right? So I said, we give them 4, right? They have 5 stages, right? No, we're not done. Some have 6, right? And the way we evolve the monsters is it's through a mathematical equation, through RNG, and it just happens randomly. We're not really in control, and we don't want to have any control over that. We want it to be almost like a card pack, right? Like when you pull a card, you want it to be random. And the same way with the evolutions. And we also provided stories with that. We provided villains and artwork, and this stuff will help for the future when we want to make comic books. And actually speaking about that today, I just inked the deal with Two Tone, an artist from Pulse Chain, and one of our own community members, which once again touches on the community aspect. He's going to write it. Two Tone's going to be the hand-drawn artist. My developer is going to write everything that needs to be done code-wise, and I'm going to go on stage and I'm going to push it and scream it off the fucking rooftops, right? And this is just one way that we could use Web3, and then they de-evolutionize it and put it in Web 2 and make it a physical item. Then we could onboard this in your Comic-Cons and your comic book stores, right? Kind of like VFriends. And I just think it's a really cool thing, and I could talk about this here for like ever. And if you guys have any more specific questions or anything, like I'm just trying to give you like a rundown real quick, but to say real quick, it's almost impossible, honestly.
So it's a 404. There's a 5,555, and buying 1 token gives you an NFT.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you one as soon as we get off here. Yeah, for sure. That's a good entry.
Can you explain 404s to people who aren't familiar?
Absolutely. So a 404 is a ERC20, which is a token, combined with an ERC721, which is an NFT. Once you go to an exchange like PulseX, you put in the contract for Fafman, which is the token side, the ERC20. Once you accumulate a whole value, it's going to randomly mint you a NFT, which is 404 Mon, and it's random. It just mints you a random one, and that we call fetching a monster, right? We don't call it catching. We're a parody. We're not Pokemon. We're 404 Mon. We don't catch anything. We fetch stuff, right? So the cool thing about the 404 contract also for smaller teams is, right, you don't need a front end. And by that is like, you don't need a middleman to tell you that in order for you to launch, you need to use their DApp and their minting app, right? No, you don't do that, because we mint directly from the token. And it's just like really cool, man. Like there's a lot of cool things to talk about with 404s. I mean, you could even call it a layaway, right? Like you could dollar cost average into NFTs. How crazy is that? Imagine we had an NFT on Pulse Chain that was worth $10,000. For the average person, they're not going to be able to buy that $10,000 NFT. But every week now they could put 200, 200, 200, or 500, 500. And eventually you're going to just in pieces buy the whole NFT, right? And once you hit that whole one, boom, it gets sent out to you. And that's kind of like the brief of what a 404 is.
Yeah, I play with a lot of 404s on Solana and Pulse before this. So, yeah.
Chris, I got a question. Is this similar to like all the hybrid NFT plays, like the ones they were doing on Titan X? Is this something similar like that?
Yeah. That's another term for 404 is hybrid. That's what they like to use.
Gotcha.
So go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, so the only difference is for the hybrid ones, they actually lock up those tokens in a smart contract, and you can actually go back and forth. 404, you actually burn the token, burn the FT, and going back and forth. That's they're basically the same, but that's just the main little difference.
And this kind of like this incentivizes people to be smart, right? So if you got to mint token ID number 1, well, if you're a collector, you don't want to send that number 1 back and burn that, right? You want to keep that. So this actually allows for higher levels of rarity, because people don't even know what they're doing sometimes, and they'll like mess everything up if they don't pay attention. But I mean, the 404 to me is a cool addition. It allows you to lock liquidity and have actual value to the NFT right when it comes out. So you don't really need to wait for somebody to tell you what price discovery on the NFT side is, because it has direct value as a token already. But the cool part about it is there's direct arbitrage, right? Because when you talk about a token, it doesn't have any variety or rarity. But when we're now looking in the NFT aspect of it, you have different traits or stages that could allow a higher rarity, which directly correlates with price, right? So higher rarity equals cha-ching. You got low rarity, well, you're on the floor, floor price.
Interesting.
Yeah,
and it kind of like allows people to scale out in a different way. Sorry, it's like if you want to preserve the chart, the smart way would be for you to sell it as an NFT, right? Like, so it's just so smart. You could preserve the chart, and we always encourage people to not sell it right away as a token, right? And we're not saying that to go against free market. If you want to sell it, that's what free market's about. But we want to educate people in the smarter way, where you could be shooting yourself in the foot by not even looking in that wallet and checking what the NFT side of it is, right? So why would you sell it as a token where it could be, let's say, for example, 14, 12 bucks, and then your NFT was really a stage 5 that's worth $100? Like, you just shot yourself, and you burned it. So you released it. When you sell the token, the art goes back into the wild. So now that stage 5 becomes fetchable again by somebody else. So when people sell, we're kind of like, we look at it as a good thing sometimes, right? You got to have retracement. But when you have that, it allows a better entry point for new community. But it also now sends back those rare monsters right back into the wild. So the new people that come in now have a chance to catch those higher level monsters.
What's the marketplace for the 404s? I mean, is there like, so
postmarket.app works. Yeah, postmarket.app works with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe like Mintra works somewhat, but we have 2 collections, right? So we have something called liquid staking, and by that is like exactly what it sounds like.
Right.
The longer you hold, the more rewards you would have gotten, and we did that by we came out with a new collection called Stuff, which stands for monster stuff, and it's been variety of things like trainer gear, ball gear, all kinds of cool little other art pieces. And the community actually made money off of these. That people were having fun selling them, collecting them. And that's the cool thing about liquid staking, is like, you never know what you're going to get. And we always just encourage everybody to hold. But, unfortunately, like I said, the token side of this, it also brings like degens and people looking on Deck Screener for volume. And, when people see attractive green candles, or they see things moving, you're going to attract people who are straight up traders, and they're only here for the token side. And I'm not really mad at that, man, because it's like that's part of the 404. So to get mad at that is like, you shouldn't have done a 404 then, right?
Right. So is it fair to say, with at least for the marketplace, for what you've created, you really couldn't per se have, like, say, a floor price, because of the maturity and the rate of maturity based on the way you described it? That's how I'm kind of seeing it. So, like, hypothetically, whether it be an ordinal or an NFT, typically there's a floor price that is like an average of what you could pick something up for purchase. But with what you're saying from the liquid standpoint and how it can compound and earn, I guess you couldn't really say that there's a defined floor price for what you've built, unless I'm maybe misunderstanding it.
It really can't be until there's enough users that really use it as the NFT side, because we have so many different types of monsters with different types that it's like some people might just find the art better for a certain type, right? Or just holding it alone makes it more valuable. So it's like people want to hold it just to get those rewards. So you're right, like, you know, but we have seen people sell monsters for like over 5 million, right? So we've had some pretty big sales on the NFT side of things, like over hundreds of dollars. And, you know, even Pokemon themselves, they didn't start reselling cards for over hundreds of dollars until years later. So the fact that we're only like a year and change into this, and we're already seeing value on the token side and on the NFT side, it's pretty impressive, especially being a team of 3 people. My team is my developer, myself, and my wife. My wife just mainly runs the Telegram, and she does our stickers and some of like the Telegram art, and that's about it. And we've been kind of gatekept from the beginning. We did a stealth launch. We didn't go through Tang Gang, Free Mint Friday. We didn't bend the knee to anyone. And that kind of made us into our own category. And people kind of didn't, they didn't want to mess with us at first, but it didn't really matter, man. Because one thing about me is like, perseverance is key. And I'm never going to bend the knee and say that I need to like go on Freeman Friday and give people allocations of my token and stuff. And I, you know, I'm proud of the way we did it. You know, a 3-man team, stealth launching. We didn't allow anybody to grab anything up crazy. And I think that was the way to go, you know?
Yeah, I really like what you did. I mean, this, to me, I'm really into digital art and ordinals and stuff. And I'm really kind of fascinated with what you put together. I want to do a little more research myself. It sounds really, really dynamic and cool, man. Good job.
I appreciate that, man. And I you know, the whole point of this was like, you know how Richard Hart says NFTs are stupid JPEGs, right? I kind of wanted to make something that's so cool and that is pretty much like paying homage to him and his whole ecosystem, that eventually even Richard Hart is going to say, man, I said these are stupid JPEGs, but the whole concept right here is just straight up genius, right? And I know that when we get mass adoption for the chain and we have actual users that come here, right? This is going to take off to another level. And the people who get in early are going to see that. But it's like right now in the chain, we're kind of, we have an overabundance of builders. Everybody here is some kind of builder, or they're some kind of marketing genius, or some kind of streamer, right? We have people who are creators. We need some users, right? And that's going to come too. So the fact that we just keep building and being steady, that's gonna just etch our name right into this whole ecosystem.
That's cool, man. I'm digging it, dude. I'm gonna check it out.
Thank you. And one thing is like, you know, we've done another cool collaboration with the artist named Creepy Steve. This guy is actually a sketch artist for Topps. He's done collections like Garbage Pail Kids. He's done SpongeBob. And what he did for us is he took some of our monsters, hand drew them in that Garbage Pail style. We turned them into trading cards. We put them in digital card packs, and we allowed people to either keep them sealed or rip them open, right? And if that wasn't cool enough, we actually went ahead and did the physical cards, and we did the old school wax packs, right? So, and we even added two custom holographic cards that were like an addition to that. So 2 lucky people somewhere in the world are holding 2 holographic cards. And the crazy part is, I haven't even seen people rip these. Like the people who collected them, they respect it so much that they don't even open it. And this is the kind of stuff that I always tell people as a collector myself. I have a whole storage area filled with nothing but sealed Pokemon cards, sealed Formula One cards, all kinds of blockchain merch, you know, and I always say, keep it sealed. Don't open it up. And people paid attention. So it's like, I'm really happy that I'm getting that across to people, because it's kind of like as as an NFT builder, I come to find that there's a lack of true collectors in the market, you know? And for me, as my main rule when buying NFTs is buy what you like. So that way, if the price goes down, you don't get mad. You're happy because now you could afford to buy more, right? Because you like them. So this is how I kind of try to incorporate that into creating such cool art that it's like, man, like I always encourage people to just, if you don't like the art, please don't buy it. But at the same time, I made such cool art that it's hard for people to not want to like look at it and play with it and come back and look at it and play it. So the more we're around, the easier it's going to be to just catch people, you know? And the other, go ahead.
You would have really blew my mind if you had said with the traditional wax package cards that you put together, if you actually put a piece of gum in there, I would have blew my fucking mind. I would have been like,
we should have.
Did you put gum in it?
No, we should have. We thought about it, but I wanted to preserve the sanctity of the cards. And these cards were so beautiful. We printed front and back. They're all numbered, right? So it's limited, super rare. And we actually had Creepy Steve sign these. And to add an extra rarity in between some of these cards, I actually put my signature on it too. So some are his and then some are my signature. So, you know, for the people from my community who like me more, they might be looking for that one, right? So we always try to figure out to create a gamification and rarity on everything we do.
Where can I find some of these physical pieces?
The physical pieces, we have a store on Big Cartel. Right now, we kind of just open that shop up seasonally and just, you know, stick around or just hit me in my DMs and we could work something out. I'll OTC you something. You know, we have custom limited edition pins. That was our first merch. And what we did was we did a little troll game, right? Like I didn't tell anybody. And when they were done, I said, go to this website and put in your discount code, right? Because we know usually NFT brands, when you own one of them, you'll get like 20, 30% off, little something like that. We gave you 100% off. So for the people who took advantage of this and really tried to like play with the system and use the system, we always encourage people, don't be lazy, man. Play with stuff, go retweet, go like stuff. We need an echo chamber, right? So we are all about what Richard says. We reward the people who put in the work, right? So for the people who put in the work, they got the first merch limited pin for free. Like all you had to do is you pay for your shipping. And we thought that was kind of fair, right? Because I can't pay for the merch and the shipping, right? Like, I mean, we're just two people here.
Well, I'll definitely push your stuff up there for you a little bit. I'm interested. I'll check it out, dude.
That's all we ask for, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate it, man. Because it's like, you know, sometimes that's all we really want is for people to just acknowledge and consider us, because that's all I need is that foot in the door, right? And we're not getting that for some reason. I mean, I'm going into spaces and people are telling me they don't know who I am. And I'm looking at them like, yo, no disrespect, but I don't know who you are either. And it's not because of any disrespect. For me, it's because I've just been working so hard, right, to build this that I haven't had time to look around at all these other cool brands and all these other cool founders. Everybody's doing something cool, right? But I've just been like this, man, focus. So it's like, and it's also a gatekeeping problem. Like there's no reason why I don't know you fellas here like that, right? I've been at the Post Chain conference. I was there speaking about NFTs and 404s and trend setting and trend spotting and markets. And it's like, when people tell us they don't know who 404 Man is, I'm almost like blown away, because we created probably the best NFT brand for a blockchain. It represents the blockchain. Like, and one thing we did was, for the people who worked and did stuff, we created custom PFPs. So like I hit you up personally and I asked you, I said, do you want your PFP to look like yourself? Or do you want to give me some crazy ass concept? And that's what I did. I was just cranking out these PFPs for people. It was a point where everybody just changed PFPs. And every time we went into a space, people were like, yo, what are these guys? Look at these trainer PFPs and shit. And when I go to events, I'm wearing the trainer outfit. My wife is wearing the trainer outfit. Like I have a 404 Man hat. I have overalls with a white hoodie and white and red Jordan Lost and Founds, you know, and we're both wearing the same thing.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Cool,
Look, dude,
man.
that's why you're here. Look, Goose spotted you, and he's like, you know, we have this thing where we want to help people that help themselves. We want to help hard workers. We want to acknowledge hard workers. We want to acknowledge the guys that are getting out there trying to support their community. And from everything I'm hearing, from everything Goose said, that's exactly what you are. That's exactly what you got going on. And so that's why you're here. And we're more than happy that you came on today. So
Good
thank
job,
you very
Goo.
much for coming on. Thank you, Goo, for spotting. And thank you, 404 Mon, for coming on.
Thank you guys for sharing the space, man, and giving me the opportunity to come here. And it's like, look, I haven't slept in 2 days. I'm here doing another overnight. I should be working right now, but this to me is more important, right? So I'm gonna take the time out of work to make sure I do this. And man, you guys are uplifting to me, because like I say all the time, it doesn't really matter how cool the utility is. If nobody uses it, guys, it doesn't really matter. It all gets thrown in the garbage anyway, right? So that's why I always say we just need a little consideration. We just need a little push, not necessarily even asking people to buy us all the time, but just retweet us, share us a bit, spin us around to your friends, show more people, right? The more eyes, the more hands, the better, man. And it's like, we all need to do that for each other. And in the spaces I'm on Twitter, that's always what I encourage lately, because we have a lot of crime going on and people are, you know, upset. And I get that. But I'm not upset. I'm not upset. I'm building. I see the future, and I have such conviction that I always just try to tell people, don't get shaken out, bro. Don't get shaken out. Just keep going and stay positive. And the people that are still here, share them, because that's what they need the most, bro. There's no reason, like I said, that I don't know who you guys are and we don't know who each other are. It's stupid, right? It's a small ecosystem. We should all know who everybody is. And I feel like we all have this idea that like we're all trying to bogart the biggest piece of the pizza pie, right? But if now our infighting makes people unattracted, we're just going to have a big piece of bread with no tomato sauce and no cheese. And I don't really want a piece of that shit. You could keep that to yourself. You know what I mean?
Good analogy. Good
That's
analogy.
fucking perfect. All right, I need that part clipped.
I'll definitely get you, bro.
All right, we're at an hour and a half. I want to thank everyone for coming. We had almost 300 on the chat tonight, so I appreciate you all. Let's do a real quick last words. We'll start with you, 404 Mon, since you're our man of the hour. We appreciate you. We always do a last words. I like to tell people you can give a shout out to your wife. You can talk shit about your neighbor, whatever you want to talk about. Let us know.
Oh man, Joe, listen, guys. Number one, Ling, if you're watching, I love you. Secondly, to my next door neighbor, this guy's an asshole, man. Like, we just moved to New Rochelle in Mamaroneck. Yo, this guy's always yelling, saying the craziest stuff, smoking cigarettes in the hallways, and the dude doesn't even pay his rent. Like, when I speak to the landlord, he's like, yeah, we're evicting him. I'm like, oh, that's why he's crying so bad, you know? So it's like, my last words of the day is, no matter how bad you think your life is, there's always some other guy crying way harder than you. So just put a smile on your face, though, and keep it going. It gets better.
Oh my God, let's fucking go. That was amazing. Thank you very much again from all of us for coming on. We definitely pass along the invite to come on again, and we'll talk about this project as this bull run goes on. So thank you again for coming on. Vibra, you, sir, are still awake. I was worried about you there for a second.
Yeah, no, long day, bro. I was outside with the farm all day and out in the sun, bro. It takes its toll on you.
I have a hard time believing
coming
that.
in here.
Like, you're always in front of the. You're always online, man. You're always online. It's like, when do you sleep?
Bro, I think he's outside right now, and there's just a green screen set behind the camera.
You're probably right.
And he'll drop it any second, and there's a farm right behind him.
I am the cow.
No, but yeah, man. No, thanks for having me on, and it's great, man. Like you're saying, the fact that we all aren't like promoting the shit out of each other, like it's laziness, and we all get distracted. We all have other things going on, and it's I'll just skip past that, and it's just like going the little way, liking that extra tweet, and yeah, man. I like the message there to start bonding and start really coming together, bro. Because I just look over at Pulse Chain, bro. There's so much drama right now with Jim Rat and with Tiger God. Like, they're just going crazy. Like, they're making fools of themselves. Like, it just, they look so immature. You know, bashing Richard Hart at this point. It's like, bro, you were obsessed with him for years, and now you're mad at him. It's like, are you bipolar? And is it for attention? But you know, there's clearly ways to get attention that make you look like clowns, and there's ways to get attention by giving people alpha, having good people, having good conversations, and there's a lot of that here. So yeah, Mo, keep it up. Keep you know, getting people together on stream, and this is a good thing.
Damn right.
Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you always. MVS Crypto, appreciate you for coming on for the first time. You are always welcome. You are a plethora of information and resources for the Pulse Chain community. And again, we appreciate you coming on. Last words to you.
I appreciate you guys having me, and keep doing what you guys are doing. This is a great stream. I'm definitely going to be watching more often and maybe joining every week if you guys would like to. Give a quick rundown of the thread.
Definitely. That's what we want.
Beautiful. All right.
All right, man. Appreciate you. You're killing it again with that newsletter. So thank you for coming on. It'll give us a chance to give us a chance to spread that out and give it a lot more attention that it deserves.
All right. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon.
Take care, buddy.
See ya.
Thank you.
Block, the newest streamer on the block. You're killing it, buddy.
Yeah, man. The job's not finished. So make a move or get moved around, because there's a lot of people still building, and nobody's stopping. So we're not here to entertain the FUD and all the BS going on in the background. But hey, the job's not finished. We got a lot of work to do, and let's stay positive and let's keep it going.
Love it. TFC Tim, the man.
It's been a long day for me too. So, but I was glad to be here. We all got a bright future ahead of us as far as the things we're building. I'm just really glad to be able to interact with everybody here. It's good to see guys again. And, let's just keep moving forward, onward and upward, up and to the right. This is all we got to save tonight.
Let's go.
Right.
Fucking love it. Sheriff.
Gentlemen, I enjoyed the hell out of this stream. 404, man. Like, you really killed it. You crushed it. And Vibra, getting the squad together. I mean, this is like legit shit. It's breaking down walls. It's busting barriers. This is a great forum to just share information, get people on stage. This is like really remarkable. I love all this. And, just MVS, pleasure to be on stream with you for the first time. Your PFP's killer, dude, by the way. And just everything about this group is amazing. Be safe, be smart, and foremost, there was a major data breach today. Make sure that you do change your passwords or you use a password manager. It was pretty in-depth. It started out as what was thought to be a relatively small data breach, but it's massive. And just be careful, be smart, be wise, stay on top of your security, and, have a good night. Mo, keep it up, buddy.
Appreciate you, sir. I'm going to get an air gap computer now and go completely nomad and just stay away from everybody. No one's going to get my shit. Let's fucking go. Mr. Not OG Web Chef.
Yes, I am not Jesus Escobar. I am not OG Web Chef. I can prove it any given Sunday, any day of the week. Put your money where your mouth is, and I will prove you wrong all day long. You understand?
Wow. You sound serious.
I'm very serious, bro.
Yeah,
very serious.
I can tell.
So
he's like,
but on a lighter note,
I'm not that dude.
On a lighter note, we continue to spread the kingdom through benevolence, And I do have another giveaway going on right now. I wasn't gonna do a giveaway this week, but we did pass 500 holders. So, you know, I said we would do one when we did that. So, but I need this to be big, guys. My goal for this week, I want to give away 50 dolphin positions. That's what I want to give away to y'all. All I need y'all to do is go to my page right now and tag 3 people in the comments. And that's it. You won. You won. That's it. There's only like 30 comments there right now. I need at least 20 more because everybody's a winner so far. So I want to give away 50 dolphin positions today, and I need y'all help.
All right, I'm working on it, dude. Hold on.
I love this group of.
What's your Twitter? What's your X?
Goo God 777.
Oh, that's you, Goo. I'm like, I got you, bro. I got you.
No, I had to come up here like this today because there was at least 5 people saying that I'm OG web chef with an AI voice changer and all this crazy shit, bro. I was like what? It don't even make no sense. And then it was like, yeah, when remembering the whole ecosystem went down, that's when King went up, and like what? Like you guys
Where's
don't
my
make
OG
no sense.
volume? I want my OG volume then.
Yeah, bro, we'd all be saying pretty right now.
They said you ran off with the liquidity.
Crazy, dude. Crazy. Yo, and not for nothing, not for nothing. I used to be invested in this token called Carrot Coin. Bro, when you would have caught me at that time, it was the most bullish thing ever, right? NVIDIA behind it, all these big companies with it, Mark Cuban and everybody's invested in it and all this crazy shit, right? I just realized today that this thing went to fucking zero, and I have more liquidity in the King Web than what that VC-backed coin has in their liquidity pool, bro. And I was like, let's go, bro. At the bottom, too. At the bottom, we got more liquidity in King Web than what this VC-backed fucking shitter has, bro.
All right. Well, on behalf of all of us, to VCs everywhere, in the great words of Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder, go fuck yourself.
I want to talk like a dolphin.
Where did that come from? Oh my God.
That was
Chris, I apologize.
Chris really
you
liked
are
that.
the alpha king, and we used up one of your screens today with the stream in which you could not degen more, and you're not even getting to drop alpha or TA. So I appreciate you hanging in there, man. I know this is like torture for you. Like, there's a whole screen I can't degen with.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's all good. No worries, no worries. I love coming on this live stream and talking to you guys, interacting with people, and hearing about stories of projects coming on and getting the background and stuff. Because honestly, the best projects you find is when you bring the dev on a live stream. You have a great conversation. So shout out to you, man. It was awesome to have you on. I love your project 404 Mon. I still don't really know what a Pokemon is, but I'll figure out very soon. So good stuff, guys.
Thank
all
you,
right,
Chris.
well, yeah, man. So yeah, let's wrap this thing up. Hey, Mo, should I make it PG-13 or just overall just outrageous?
PG.
Balls out. Let's go. No.
All right, let's fucking go, dude.
No. Let's go.
Yeah, fuck you, blockhead. We're gonna fucking piss people off. I'm just kidding. But guys, like I said, it's a great live stream. Guys, please follow my homie Ladyverse. Check out 44 Mon. Shout out to Vibra Finance. Good to see you. Just so you guys know, I am Vibra Finance favorite utility guy's favorite utility guy. MVS Crypto. Always got all the goods on Pulse Chain. Shout out to Blockhead. He does a show. Oh crap. Sorry, my gum. Shout out to Blockhead. He does a show. Maxis versus the Trenches. And all I gotta say is it's awesome. Fuck the Maxis. You guys suck ass. I'm just kidding. But Trenches is good. Shout out to Tim, TFC guy, building a great project. He's the only Maxi I really like. Just kidding. But like I said, Sheriff, Ted, X, nicest guy on the live stream, BRC20s, Bitcoin Ordinals, and also an awesome DJ and one of my really good friends. Shout out to the homie Mo. Always putting in the work, getting these live streams out, marketing, connecting, and bringing the right people on. And last but not least, shout out to my homie Goot God. He's not OG Web Chef, but yes, he is a Anunnaki clone from the government. Keep that straight. And last but not least, if you like meme coins and if you're slightly fucking retarded, follow me at the verse 369. See you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.
House of Warlords. Destination reached. Let's take a look to make sure everything's peachy.
Give me a P. Give me a D. D.
You forgot about the B.
P. Die is based. Got it.
Based P die woman. I'm blaming young stunners for that one.
First, Mel, welcome Sheriff 10X. Mi casa your casa.
Hold still, gents. This is your alibi for why you can't work tomorrow.